Okay, this is part 3 of the Magic Wand tutorial. You've already removed the background and cut all the windows out. Now in this particular tutorial, I have not cut out the windows, or in this particular picture. However, well, I did cut out one over here, and then you can see the background showing through. But in this one, I want to show you how to change the color of the house. What we need to do is select the house first. So anything that's red, we're going to change the color. And instead of using a magic wand or a lasso, because there's all of these little red railings, it's a little bit hard to select them. So we're going to use a mask. And the mask is down here. So I'll zoom in for you. And you want to make sure that's clicked. You also want to make sure that you click this little button and make sure that black is on top of white, like this, before you even start. And if you double click into the tool, another little window pops up, and you can change the color of your mask. Alright, now I chose turquoise because it'll be easy to see on top of the red house. I think the default's red, and it's hard to see. So I'm going to mask it. So click OK, turn it on, click your paintbrush, and then you start. It looks like you're painting the house. Now my house is not going to be turquoise at the end. I'm just creating a selection. It doesn't look like a normal selection. That's with the dotted lines. So what you need to do is paint everything out. Now you could do different parts of the house in a different color. So you could paint one area out. So basically you're going to paint out everything that you see red. Alright? You've changed the size of the brush as needed, because you're going to do all the railings and you're going to do everything. So it's going to take, I would think a good selection like this could take upwards of a class or half a class, maybe half an hour, depending on how accurate you want to be. I'll just do a little bit of the railing so to show you how I do it. A little smaller, and I'm going to zoom in. I'll work here nice and steady. I can actually do all of this because it's all red, but if you get over here, you're going to just want to do the railings as best you can. To reverse the selection, like say if you make a mistake, you can use the eraser and just erase what you want. Okay? So I'm going to, I'm not going to do it all for the sake of the demonstration, but just enough so you understand. You cannot have this unchecked and then thinking that it's working, because all you're doing is painting the paint color that's selected there. That's not a mask, and it'll be painted right on top of the layer that you don't want. So make sure that this is clicked, and then you are going to use this brush tool to make a selection. So I'll do a little bit more. And again, I did a little bit too much right there. I'm going to just erase, make my eraser a little smaller. And just clean that up a little bit there. Now when you exit the mode, when you press this button again, you'll see that it turns into a selection. Okay? It's dotted line. So it's another, instead of lassoing a magic wand, you can use this. Now I'm going to copy and paste another layer of this selection into a new layer. However, there's one thing I have to do. I have to inverse, because if I copy and paste before I inverse, this is what happens. So if I go copy, paste, if you look over here, I have 3 layers now. Or, yeah, 3 layers. And if I turn those layers off, that's what was copied and pasted. No, I want this to be copied and pasted. So I'm going to undo that. Okay, turn my layers back on. Inverse means it reverses the selection, so it actually takes what I want. Inverse, edit copy, edit paste. Now if you look here, I pasted that out. Now you're going to do the whole house, or you're going to do parts of the house and then change the color. Now in this layer, okay, you are going to go up to Image, Adjustments, and maybe try Hue and Saturation or Color Balance to do the change. I like to do Color Balance or Saturation because it kind of gives me a little bit more what I like. So I'm going to change the house to a green color. Now obviously I did not finish my masking. but you get the idea with this tutorial. So I want you to change the color of anything that you see red on the house. You can see the little bits that I did down here as well. And then that layer is separate. You have control, right? It's sitting on top of the other one. Alright, so that's part 3 of Magic Wand tutorial.